now for the evening rush, we begin with a live look at Civic Plaza where people are gathering to watch the New Mexico United face off against the Minnesota United. Now right now the score is 4-1 Minnesota. Hundreds of fans are also in Minnesota tonight at Alliance Field. The team is playing for a shot at the title in the Lamar Hunt Open Cup. They have already beat two major league teams to be here.
Well, overall, the weather picture is going to get a little less complicated here. We're going to see the winds crank up overnight, but those die through the day tomorrow. We'll have mostly sunny skies. Temperature is going to remain warm, and scattered storms will be centered over the mountains and out to the east.
Now to breaking news. Police are investigating a shooting near downtown Albuquerque. This is near the Big I in the 800 block of Locust Place Northeast. Right now, not a lot is known. Police say one person appeared to have a gunshot wound, and that person died on scene. No word on any suspects or exactly what happened.
New steps in the governor's push to legalize pot in New Mexico. A new task force is discussing plans to craft a new pot law. It is led by Albuquerque City Councilor Pat Davis and made up of state and local representatives as well as law enforcement and drug policy groups. They say they want to come up with something most people will agree with.
The city is looking for a new developer to take over the lot once meant for New Mexico's tallest building. The 34-story project was part of a skyline challenge by former Mayor R.J. Berry to occupy the space of a vacant downtown lot at 3rd and Marquette. New plans will be presented to the city's Development Commission at the end of August. 3 proposals have been submitted already.
We're waiting on more details on a homicide in northeast Albuquerque. Police say it happened in the parking lot of an apartment complex near Candelaria in Wantabo around 6 this morning. No word on the man's identity or how he died, but police say he had trauma to his chest.
You can now hop on an electric scooter in more places around town. New drop-off zones include places around Uptown and West Central. More than 650 e-scooters are now at the new locations, and the company plans to deploy even more.
2 U.S. senators want the heads of the Department of Homeland Security and Border Patrol to testify. Senators Martin Heinrich and Tom Udall sent a letter to the chair of the Senate Homeland Security and Governmental Affairs Committee requesting a hearing on standards for U.S. Border Patrol detention facilities. This follows reports of, quote, filthy, overcrowded conditions at a Texas facility.
We are learning what investigators say is the cause of a deadly helicopter crash near Raton. The National Transportation Safety Board says the wreck was caused by the pilot flying too low. They found nothing wrong with the helicopter. 5 people were killed.
Farmington police have arrested a man accused in a string of arsons. Police say 49-year-old Ray Montano started at least 3 fires in a span of just 10 days earlier this month. Surveillance video captured Montano fleeing the scene of 2 fires. He's charged with 3 arsons, and police are investigating 3 others.
New Mexico tourism is at an all-time high. In 2018, the tourism department reported more than 36 million trips, with about 500,000 more overnight trips than in 2017. Now the department plans to spend more money on out-of-state marketing and promotions to attract even more people.
The New Mexico State Land Office is set to pass the $1 billion mark before the fiscal year ends. Most of that money from oil and gas royalties, with a 36% increase over the last year. There were also increases in leases for renewable energy, including solar and wind.
A state leadership summit kicks off next month at CNM. It aims to inspire more young women to go after careers in math and science. Businessmen and women from across the nation will come to New Mexico to share their experiences and knowledge. There will be 8 speakers at the event.
Vandalism at a Roswell Zoo is prompting more security. Police say an intruder broke into the zoo over the weekend and cut locks and fencing. Some animals escaped but were safely returned to their habitats. Officials have not yet said how they plan to up security.
Onto a recall alert. Flowers Foods, one of the nation's largest producers of packaged goods, is issuing a nationwide recall. It includes hot dog and hamburger buns and dinner rolls. They say these items may contain pieces of hard plastic. There have not yet been any reported injuries or illnesses.
Metro Threat Index for Thursday is actually pretty low. Today was a bit higher because of the heat, because of the wind, which we're going to get a little bit later. That'll all calm down through the day tomorrow, so we're looking pretty good with the Metro Threat Index of a 2.
New Mexico chili is taking a hit from the governor of Colorado. It started after Whole Foods announced Pueblo chili will be sold everywhere except New Mexico. The Colorado governor then said Pueblo chili is better than New Mexico's. But Governor Michelle Lujan Grisham fought back and is now being challenged to a chili taste-off.
At only 7 years old, DeLynn Johnson is reporting on New Mexico United. Her passion stemmed from meeting the team during preseason, and she started with a community newspaper, then went from the sidelines to covering press conferences. The mini reporter clearly has a bright future ahead.
Santa Fe is getting a lot of recognition after being named one of the top cities in the world. Travel and Leisure magazine ranks the city as the second best in the U.S. and number 14 in the world. Tourism officials say Santa Fe's unique blend of culture, cuisine, and arts are giving the city its top spot.
Well, you have a chance to meet racehorse Mind That Bird at Ruidoso Downs Racetrack and Casino this weekend. This comes 10 years after he won the 2009 Kentucky Derby. He was picked to run dead last in that race. You'll be able to see the racehorse on Saturday. Proceeds will go toward the Permanently Disabled Jockeys Fund.
Visitors to the Gila Cliff Dwellings will soon be able to enter the site for free. The park currently charges visitors $10 to get in, but that is ending on August 1st. The superintendent says it comes after the park crunched some numbers and found charging people to get in was not benefiting the park.